This is the Iowa Weather Report for Tuesday, September 22nd, 2015. Now our first look at the 0Z GFS Model Run at 1 p.m. this afternoon. Main jet stream is well to the north of the state. We have a disturbance to our south and west. That's the remnants of what was once Tropical Depression 16E in the eastern Pacific. That's going to be moving north and eastward into the Plain states. We have a cold front coming in from the north and west. That could trigger a very late afternoon shower or storm in our far northwestern counties. The rest of the state will be mainly sunny and dry with highs in the 70s and lower to maybe some middle 80s. That front kind of stalls just across our northwestern counties, along with the tropical moisture from the remnant tropical depression could bring some decent rains to our western counties, but the eastern counties are just going to get left out. And that looks to be the case here into Thursday. There still could be a little bit of precipitation in our northwestern counties. Otherwise, the southeastern counties, dry. A few clouds, highs still in the 70s and lower 80s. Then as we go into Friday, that system pretty much disappears and dissipates. And what we're left with, sunshine and highs in the 70s and 80s again. So the eastern counties get virtually no rain, and the western counties get maybe a day to two, maybe 2.5 days of rain. Going into the weekend, if you're going out tailgating at any of the football games on Saturday, it's going to be very, very sunny, very warm for this time of the year, well into the 70s and low 80s. Be a bit breezy both Saturday and Sunday as winds from the south, maybe 10 to 15, maybe up to 20 miles per hour. We have a storm system approaching from the northwest as we head toward the end of the weekend. It's still going to be far enough away that we are not going to have to worry about it. And it's still going to be far enough away even on Monday as we start the new work week that we should remain dry, sunny, a few clouds here and there, and highs in the 70s to possibly lower and maybe a few middle 80s. Going into next Tuesday, though, that system does approach from the north and west. You can see the disturbance moving across the Dakotas and into Minnesota. The flow coming out of the south and west, that should bring a little bit of precipitation, and we note a little bit of precipitation, quite a bit across the northern part of the Midwest, Minnesota back into the Dakotas. We have a possible tropical entity in the Gulf, and that could be a possible aspect as to why not a whole lot of Gulf moisture could possibly get into it, but we'll keep watching it. Going into the extended period around the 3rd of October, main jet stream is now moving pretty much overhead, so we're going to have quite a few chances of some activity as we move through the first week or so of October, with high pressure, the ridge settling in across the far south. So we could have bouts of some cool air for maybe a day or two, rebounding temperatures, a couple of rain showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two, here and there every couple of days or so. So it's going to be quite roller coaster regarding temperatures and even precipitation as we move through the first week of October, if this is to be correct. Here at the end of the forecast, on the 8th of October, pretty much a zonal flow across the country, and that means quick-moving storm systems. One will be moving quickly away from the state. Another will be coming in to the north and west. Another over the Gulf of Alaska. So fairly quick-moving storms means temperatures pretty much nearing seasonal levels going into that period. Satellite image from last evening. We had the remnants of the depression over the southwest moving in our direction. A cold front that's going to set off the shower and thunderstorm activity in our northwestern counties, and a tropical entity off the east coast. But we're not going to worry about that. And the Watch 20 map looks dead quiet. Some flash flood watches across the southwest. That's with the remnants of the depression. But elsewhere across the country, it's quiet at this point, and pretty odd for this time of the year. QPF chart shows that the precipitation is mainly going to be in our northwestern half of the state, maybe an inch or two, heaviest over the Carolina coast with that entity off the east coast.